I'm up here on the north bank, the back side of the cabin. Those two outermost either side temporary posts are obviously coming out, being that they're just temporary. We're going to fabricate diagonal out of heavy pipe, carbon steel, from the bottom of that center post up to both corners. And this is the small stern deck. You'll see what that's all about before the end of this video. It's just under 6 feet out from the back door to the end, and then about 11 feet wide. And the reason for this is perma-shade. This is on the north side. This will never see sun. And bear-proof as much as possible. It's a good 20 feet drop off down into this watershed. So I will be able to put the outside cooking, barbecue grill or what have you, coolers, the whole 9 yards, and not have to worry about critters getting into it. I gotta walk around this way because Daddy's wounded big time. I hope to have been dried in this summer, but several anomalies. This is the future solar field. That's why I'm huffing, because it's damn near perfect grade to throw the panels right off the ground. You can't even see the cabin. Hidden away. I was gonna wait until I was dried in with a roof all done before posting another video. But things are gonna be happening all through the winter, and I might not get the chance to post the stages and the additions of what we're doing. Speaking of additions, this is hidden away. Not even aircraft can spot this epic camouflage. This is a Kenworth sleeper, believe it or not. This is definitely bear-proof. 3/16 steel door. All I gotta do now, make some seals and a latch and add the window, and we have both seasonal excess storage, emergency crib, and if the grandkids come around, well, they got a pretty cool little hangout with a heck of a view. Good place for canned goods during the warm months as well, dry food storage. Because the cabin, the love shack, is so small, the only way to keep it tidy, small spaces tidy, is to have things stored away. You don't need them all the time, so I have them out. I don't like clutter, and speaking of clutter, I've got it as far as the building site goes. Hopefully we can clean up a little bit soon. Well, with the leftover trusses, I decided to make this puppy look like a boat from the air. So we've got the bow porch with two of the arch trusses, which is a mirror image of the building going vertical. And then on the back, we flipped them around and used other caul pieces. Added a post. Like I've said before, these wooden braces under here are temporary kickers. We're going to fabricate the final cantilevered reinforcements out of heavy steel. But you can see that 6x6 has got a heck of a curve to it. That's a big piece of Douglas fir. And then the arch trusses are coming out off of the subfloor inside. That plywood's temporary. Those get fabricated plates, through bolts. And again, these are temporary. We're going to be working diagonal from this center post up to the points. And that will allow, hopefully, with a fabricated handrail up top, to eliminate the upper cables which I had in mind. My friend Jerry gets that credit for that added pole. He was out helping last week. Now let's go inside so you can understand how all this cantilever crap works. So we're on top of the pressure treated floor and deck. And these are the trusses that are tagged back into the joists. Now what that gives us is 4.5 inches exactly off the deck. And then you got another, after the framing is done and insulation and all the mechanicals in the floor, you've got the plywood subfloor and then finished 3/4 tongue and groove and tile. So basically these will be hidden in the finished floor. And that adds an immense amount of strength from a cantilever standpoint. You don't even know they're there in the finished assembly. Now this is rough sawn Doug fir I bought about 3 months ago, and we rushed the best air dry we could do. And these are only tagged temporarily into place because I'm pulling them back off and adding my all my steel braces front and back. You can see how that truss comes right through the wall. So those ain't going nowhere. Another reason this is just laying in here now and got to come back out is we got to also add stain and preservative to the trusses and to the beams and all the joists. And then we'll probably put a layer in between the final deck boards once they're stained and done, and everything underneath, just as like a snow and water shield. And we've got to cut everything scribed to fit on this thing with working with all these curves and rough sawn and caul timber. But you can kind of, well, I don't know if you can get an idea, but we're well over 20 feet off the backside here. But this will be a cool back porch, stern porch. And once it's done, stained, and the handrails up, I think all we'll have to do in the future is maybe a year or every 2-year maintenance, because this won't get any sun back here, so should hold up pretty well, especially with a 3.5-foot overhang. So 2/3 or better of this is obviously not even going to get wet. So that's the back porch. We were just way up yonder there. And obviously I'm pretty anal. The bow had to be pointing due south directly at Bear Peak. Today is November 6th, I believe, Saturday. And between yesterday, today, and tomorrow, we're actually 65 degrees Fahrenheit. So I figured I better come out and try to get something done when it's this warm, getting this close to winter. And the goal tomorrow is maybe get the stern deck all stained and dried in the sun, because I think this is our last warmth that I'll be able to do that until spring again. And the side or other reason for this stern deck, even though it's pretty small, and what is also added to holding construction up, is we obviously have nothing to work off back here to finish the north gable. So if I can get everything done here in the next week as far as this back porch goes, we'll be able to set up ladders and finally get the rest of the sheathing done. All told, we got 2 trusses left on site. I can't find a way to incorporate the last 2 in this design. I thought about curved steps here, entry. We might do that, but I also might just squirrel them away and use as future patterns for a epic greenhouse or something else. We'll see. Well, sun's fixing to disappear behind the ridge, and it's a bumpy ride in that old girl getting back to town. So we're gonna sign off for now. Peace out from Dead Mule.